Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Sambodhi Career Academy. Today, we are going to start with a new series, that is Daily Current Affairs series. This video will be useful for the students who are preparing for UPSC, MPSC, or any other government examinations. In this video, we are going to cover important news which are there in the Hindu newspaper. So today on 11th October, we are going to cover the first important news from the Hindu newspaper is regarding electoral bond, in which Supreme Court has said that it will hear the petitions regarding the electoral bonds on 31st October. So what are the electoral bonds? Let's see what are the electoral bonds. See, electoral bonds. What are the electoral bonds? Electoral bonds was started in 2017. For what? It was used for donation to the political parties. It was basically a blank slip of check like that we can give to the political party anonymously. It means your identity will not be revealed on that electoral bond. Only from the State Bank of India these electoral bonds can be purchased, and it is like a bearer demand, and it is interest free. That is, electoral bonds we do not get any interest, and this electoral bond that political party have to be redeemed within the 15 days. For example, on 1st January electoral bond is purchased and it is given to the political party. Then from 1st January to 15th January, within the 15 days this electoral bond has to be redeemed. Now, how can you purchase these electoral bonds? You can purchase only through the bank, not through the cash. You can only purchase it digitally or through the check through the banks. So what are the benefits of the electoral bonds? First is enhanced transparency in the political party. Second benefit is accountability in disclosing donation utilization. Third is discouragement of the transaction, and fourth most important benefit will be preservation of the donor's identity. So what are the issue regarding the electoral bonds? It has been argued that this electoral bonds is against the right to information of the citizens. This will violate the articles of Article 19, 14 and 21. If the political parties are getting donations anonymously, then how citizens will be get to know about it? So it will be against the free and fair practice of the electoral democracy. So there are issues regarding the electoral bond. For this, petitions was filed in the Supreme Court. First is, it is the violation of right to information. It is against the right to freedom of speech and expression under Article 19. It will disrupt the free and fair election. On the basis of this, petitions was filed. So what are the eligibility criteria for getting the electoral bonds? Does all political parties can get electoral bonds? No. Only those political parties who are registered under Section 29 of the Representation of People's Act and have received not less than 1% of vote, only those political parties are eligible for the electoral bond. And second important thing is, electoral bonds can be purchased and redeemed only in the State Bank of India. Third important thing about electoral bond is they are interest free. They do not give any interest to the purchaser of the electoral bond. And electoral bonds can be purchased in the denominations of 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh and 1 crore. And fourth is, you have to remember that it is valid only for 15 days. So this was the news about electoral bond. Petitions regarding the electoral bond will be heard on October 13. So this was our first news. Let's move on to the second news. Second news is related to Israel. We have constantly seeing in news that Hamas, that is militant group, have attacked the Israel. And today's news says that Israel has retaken Gaza Strip areas. So what was the Gaza Strip areas? We will see. What are the Hamas? We will see into this lecture. Now see who is Hamas. Hamas are the basically Palestinian people. These are the militant groups that are ruling from the Gaza Strip. Okay, and there is also another military group that is called as Fateh, which is ruling along the West Bank area. So what was the conflict about this? We have to see the history of the Palestinian issue. First of all, we have to know that Israel was initially ruled by the British. Britishers were the ruling that area. Then in 1917, there was a Balfour Declaration in which the British government have declared support for the demand of the Jewish people. Before Balfour Declaration, we can see there was a First World War which was started in 1914. During the First World War, there was a demand for the Jewish homeland in the Palestinian region, and then there was a Balfour Declaration in 1917 by the British government in which they have declared their support for the Jewish people. And then United Nations was formed in 1945, and then United Nations General Assembly has proposed a plan to partition the Palestine state, first into Arab state for Arab people, second Jewish state, and third the city of the Jerusalem. And this partition plan was not accepted to the peoples of Jerusalem, Arabian and Palestinian. So this conflict has been continued since long time between Arab people and the Jewish people. And then in 1948, Jewish state was established, but this state was opposed by Arab leagues. Then it was triggered another 1948 Arab-Israeli war. And then the result of this war was ceasefire, in which the territory around the Jordan was occupied by the West Bank, and Egypt occupied the Gaza Strip. In Israel, there is a place called as West Bank, which was occupied by Jordan, and there is a Gaza Strip which was occupied by Egypt. Then again this conflict was erupted in 1967, and this led to the Six-Day War of 1967. Again then Israel was able to capture West Bank and Gaza Strip from Egypt. Before 1967, West Bank was under Jordan state, Jordan country, and Gaza Strip was under Egypt. Then after the war of 1967, Israel captured West Bank and Gaza Strip. And what is the current status of the region? It is according to the Oslo Accord. Oslo Accord is an agreement that was signed in 1993, and Israel allowed the setting up of Palestinian Authority in West Bank and Gaza Strip. Okay, so what is Hamas? Hamas are the group of people, militant groups which are controlling the Gaza Strip. There was a battle of Gaza in 2017 in which Hamas have fight with the Israel and got the control of Gaza Strip. And there is another militant group called is Fateh, which is occupying West Bank region of the Israel. Okay, so today's news is what? Israel has retaken the Gaza Strip, which was under the Hamas. So this was the news, and we have seen what are the Hamas people. They are the Palestinian militant group, which was formed eventually because of the conflict between Israeli and the Jewish people. So there are two militant groups in Israel. First is Hamas and second is Fateh. Hamas was ruling Gaza Strip and Fateh was ruling West Bank. And also this Hamas group is supported by the Iran. Okay, Iran, which is a Shia country, it is supported the Hamas group, and the others are supporting the Fateh group. So this was the news about Israel attacked by Hamas and the origin of the conflict. Our next news is regarding Gaganyaan mission. So in today's news, the first test flight of Gaganyaan is scheduled on October 2021 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. This test will be involving the crew model, the vehicle on which the Indian astronaut will be hosted. So in Gaganyaan, there are three modules. First is crew model and second is service model. In crew model is the vehicle where the Indian astronauts will be housed. So on 21st August, क्रू मॉडल का जो पार्ट है गगनयान का, इट विल बी टेस्टेड. सो व्हाट इज गगनयान मिशन? It is the ISRO's first human space flight mission. Till now, only 3 countries have able to send humans on this in the space. First is USA, second Russia, and third is China, and fourth will be our India. So in Gaganyaan mission there will be 3 flight. First 2 will be unmanned flight, that is without any humans, for testing the safety of the mission, and second last one will be the final one human space flight. The Gaganyaan mission will be called as orbital module. So in Gaganyaan mission we have planned to send 3 Indian astronauts to the space, including 1 woman. So this Gaganyaan mission, where it will be launched, it will be sent to the lower earth orbit, which is around 400 km from the earth, and it is set for 5 to 7 days. It will be sent for 5 to 7 days in space in the lower earth orbit. And in Gaganyaan mission, this mission is helped by Russia. Russia has helped us in training of our astronauts. In 2019, Russia has signed an agreement to help the Indian astronauts for training and selection, medical examination and space training. Second important thing what we have to remember is Gaganyaan mission will be launched with the help of GSLV Mk3rd, that is Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle Mark 3rd. It is a 3-stage heavy lift launch vehicle, and Gaganyaan payload will be consist of 2 modules, crew modules, which is scheduled on 21. Crew module testing is scheduled on 21. It will be a vehicle that will be carrying the Indian astronauts, and second service module, it will be consist of 2 engines that will provide fuel or capacity to the crew model. So this was the today's news from the Hindu newspaper. I hope everyone have understood this video, and if understood then please click on the like button, and if you are new to our YouTube channel then please subscribe to our channel. And for getting notes of today's video, you can subscribe us on Telegram channel Sambodhi IS Academy. And if you are preparing for UPSC Civil Service examination or MPSC State Service examination or Group B, Group C examination of MPSC or banking examination, then you can join our full batch, online offline batches. For more inquiry you can call on the given number. Thank you.